Earthquakes, tsunami, nuclear meltdown. Japan just got the trifecta of disaster. The first two were natural tragedies. The Japanese ought to have known better about the third. The Fukushima Aichi nuclear plant was built to withstand earthquakes up to 7.9 on the Richter scale. So Murphy's Law dictates the latest quake would be a magnitude 9. And the Japanese, who named the tsunami, should have known about big waves. Still, they built the Fukushima nuke plant on the beach. So the roads out of Fukushima are choked like highways out of the Big Easy before Katrina. If Fukushima cores go China syndrome, they will boil up a stew of radioactive vapor and particulate. The jet stream will globalize the fallout, and we will finally get that global trickle-down. Though subsidized for decades by burning nuclear bomb isotopes, nuclear reaction remains among the most expensive and dangerous ways of generating juice. No insurance company will shoulder the liability for a nuclear plant. The taxpayer is always on the hook. Mining and refining uranium is also a dirty, dangerous business using lots of fossil fuel. The security and storage of the spent fuel is still the subject of hot debate. But big construction companies are big political contributors, and they love a good mega project. They aren't interested in micro power generation or energy conservation. You can't make billions that way. And what's the downside? The public's left holding the bag even when the core goes through the floor. In order to pave the way for power privatization in 90s Ontario, the Harris government socialized the nuclear debt. My electricity bill still has a surcharge for nuclear cost overruns from the 60s. Now Ontario wants to build more reactors. Ontario Power Generation recently went on the PR offensive, publishing crazy claims their nukes were on time and on budget. But everybody who pays their power bill knows nuclear power is next only to stealth jets in the magnitude of cost overruns. If the Japanese can't guarantee the safety of their reactors, nobody can. There are 400-odd nuclear reactors operating across the world. 10% of these are on or near fault lines. California's Humboldt Bay plant was shut down in 1976 because of earthquake fears, but it's still full of spent nuclear fuel rods. China's latest 5-year plan includes adding 26 nuclear plants, though they experience earthquakes rivaling Japan's. India wants 21 nuclear reactors. The Fukushima fallout debunks the myth that atomic energy is a safe alternative to burning carbon. Next to coal-burning climate change disaster, nuclear may seem green, but that's a false dichotomy. We don't need big, dirty, dangerous, centralized mega-project power anymore. We can all do it. The nuclear billions destined for plants should be a down payment on ecological action plans instead. And I'm talking arms race or space race scale. Decentralized systems are safer and sustainable. New drilling technologies make geothermal generation possible almost anywhere. Solar and wind generation are more affordable each day with economies of scale. Vehicles driven by compressed air can move through cities without nasty batteries or emissions. Greenpeace favors micro cogeneration units that would turn every household into a small generating station. And the biggest potential still lies in conservation. It's all right here, right now. So let's heed the lessons of the Japanese tragedy. Full-scale societal mobilization for a clean green future needs to be on the agenda for coming revolutionary change. The alternative, of course, is evolutionary change. In Toronto, 20 clicks downwind from the Pickering Nuclear Power Station, I'm Umberto da Silva for Rabble TV.